Last episode, the team pushed on to solidify our mid-table spot, and now it all comes down to this episode to finish off Season 3. Hey, what's going on? Respected Jeff here for Season 3, Episode 11 in this West Ham career. It's the end of Season 3. It's going to be a huge one, guys. We finish off the final couple matches. Hugill is 2 goals away from the Golden Boot, so we'll keep an eye on that. It's our last game at Brisbane Road. Whitaker plays his final match, and then we have the end of season awards and even our first signing for Season 4, so tons of action coming up. Taking a quick look at our Season 3 goals, we already bought the London Stadium, we're on target to avoid relegation. Unfortunately, we've fallen short a little bit for building the team to 69 overall, but we are so close that I'll probably consider that a victory, even if we don't technically fulfill it. But with that, let's finish off the rest of the season. Alright, here we go. Stoke City up next, and it was a chance for us to climb a little bit closer towards the top of the table with both relegation and promotion likely out of the picture for now. It was just time to focus on some results and get players minutes and take our high form into next season if we could pull that off. Unfortunately, Stoke City with the first chance of the game, 1-0, poor from us to give that ball away, and it's a sloppy start. Another chance coming in from the corner, Button punches away to the top of the box, chipped back in and cleared off the line. Once again, it's been a bad start from us so far. Another chance coming in, blocked and away now. Chance of our own. Cullen shaping up, lays it off poorly. Stoke have been outplaying us this match. It's not been a good game so far. Some reckless challenges flying in here, and it's Ince. Ball given away again. Garmston really poor there. And Ndai in behind again, looking for Stoke's second, and he finishes 2-0. Really, really poor stuff. We take it into halftime, 2 goals down. Things are not looking good at all. Mark Noble coming off. We need something to happen in the middle of the pitch. It's Ed Green coming on. A lot of creativity coming from his direction all season long. It's Oksabanovic getting the ball forward. Green lays it off, getting involved immediately, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he finishes, pulls one back just like that. 2-1, and it's Ed Green, man of the moment once again. He's such a fantastic player, beating his man with ease once again to play through Nathan Holland. This time it's his chance through on goal, saved by the keeper. Hugill on the follow-up off the post, and then finally in the back of the net. Lance Alexander finishes the move off 2-2. I thought that was going to end up not going in, but we do manage to level things up with only a few minutes left in the match. 2-2. Ball over the top. Cabrera there to head it away. Jordan Hugill trying to get his head up. Maybe one more chance for us here. It's the substitute Wilson. Now looking forward, gets his head up to pick out Alexander again in the box, taking his man on and curls one into the far post. 3-2, and it looks like we'll go on to win this game now, coming back from an awful first half. And it's the players who have been big for us all season long stepping up once again. Lance Alexander, Ed Green, and Hugill, all 3 of them fantastic on the day once again. Ince tries to get the ball forward, not enough time for them to get any more chances at our end. And 3-2, the match ends, 90 minutes played, and another 3 points for the team. And we march on. Alright, well that takes us into 10th place. We're tied on points with Leeds, and actually we're within a shot here, 8 points off of 6th place. Not sure if it's going to happen or not, but it is still a possibility with 4 games left. Not likely, but we'll see what happens. We just got to win the games in front of us. That's all we can do for the time being. We're going to go with a 3-5-2 with Ed Green a little more advanced. I think he deserves the minutes here, and with not a lot left on the line, we can give him the opportunity, and let's get to it. Alright, here we go. Ed Green's chance to continue to show why he deserves minutes here in the team. He's been so threatening on the ball. One of our best players this season. Early chance coming in, Button with an outrageous save to keep that one out. He's been an underrated player as well. Stepping in a goalkeeper. He's only rated 68 overall, but he makes save after save every game, it seems like. He actually might be due for an upgrade next season if we hang on to him. Lance Alexander, brilliant give and go with Palacios. Chance through on goal. Shot blocked by the goalkeeper. Palacios making the most of his opportunities here late in the season as well. Not sure exactly what the future holds for him, but he's definitely a talented player with a lot of potential. Palacios getting involved a couple of times here, and again in the second half, Mark Noble lining up. It's Hugill in the box. Fantastic touch. Fantastic finish as well. 1-0. It's Hugill again chasing down the Golden Boot here, and another goal to his name. I think he's pretty close. We'll have to check after this game to see how the other standings in that table are. Cabrera trying to close down here. It's Bela into the box, looks off sides, finishes, and it's not. Apparently 1-1. Birmingham draw level. I could have sworn he was off there. Must have been just on sides. Fantastic vision to pick that pass out. I'm not sure what we could do about that. Good defending. Just couldn't block the opportunity. Nathan Holland in behind now. No one closing him down. Continuing his run into the box. Hugill again for a second. Fantastic stuff here from our striker late in the season. 2 goals to his name, and he's really making a name for himself. Oh, Hugill showing that he has a little bit of skills in the dribbling department as well. Beats his man, picks out Ed Green, who we know has magical touch on the ball. Beating his man in the box. What can he do here? Green still going. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Saved by the keeper. It was a point-blank effort, but he beat several men to make that happen. Fantastic stuff from him. Holland this time trying his luck with the skill. Takes his man, pulled down in the end, wins a free kick. Nothing comes of the opportunity though. Colin curling a ball in. Oh my, that is a fantastic pass and an even better finish. Birmingham 2-2, and they pull level again. There is nothing we could do against a pass of that quality. Tompkins tried to close down. That is absolutely fantastic. And unfortunately, the game ends like that, 2-2. It's another draw for the team. And I think with that, our hopes of promotion do die off. But it was just that, a dream, wasn't it? All right, well, taking a look at the table here, Hugill on 24 goals, 40 matches played, 1 goal behind the first place spot from the Middlesbrough striker. It's going to be a really close end of the season here. Hugill going to push on for it, and let's see what happens. All right, well, 3 games remaining in the season and a 1-goal differential for Jordan Hugill to close the gap if he wants to win the Golden Boot again this season, back-to-back seasons. We'll see if that can happen. Ed Green continuing to get starts here and pressing a lot at the end of this season. Cutting inside on his stronger foot, lays it off for Noble. Hugill continuing. No one gets on the end of that, though. And then it was Portsmouth's chance, putting a cross in. Point-blank save from Button. Great stuff again with the feet this time. He has been outstanding all season long. Lance Alexander, using his strength. How about that? Lays it off. Hugill. What can he do here? Jordan Hugill still going in the box, cutting inside, and a goal. Absolutely sublime from Jordan Hugill, who is closing down the gap, and he's doing so in some style with goals like that. That is one of the best goals you'll see all season long. Ed Green now trying to make something happen here in the second half. Beats his man again. He is so good at that. Wins the free kick in a very dangerous position. And then actually ends up taking it to the far post for Haksabanovic. Very clever try there. It's going to always take a fantastic strike to score from that distance, though. Hugill, another chance to score. Goes wide of the post off the corner kick. And then with only seconds left in the game, Hugill, another chance through on goal. What can he do here? Trying to cut it back, and it's won back by the defender. Can't get another goal, and that is unfortunate. Game ends 1-0, but we do get the win. 3 points is more important than Jordan Hugill's personal record. All right, we're straight back into action here, and it's a debut match for Tyler Bell, the Youth Academy goalkeeper. 63 overall, 82 potential, and definitely one to keep an eye on for the future. In other news, this is our final game at Brisbane Road. It's been our home for the past 3 seasons, but we'll be moving back to the London Stadium next year. So hopefully we can send things off on a high note here. Jordan Hugill doing his best to score an early chance here, and he is still doing everything he can to chase down the Golden Boot here. Always hungry for goals, our striker, and that's the kind of quality that we like to have from him. Wilson tormenting the defender with some quick feet here. Does well to keep a hold of possession. Nothing comes of that move. Haksabanovic trying to play through Lance Alexander. Takes a good touch and lays it up. Hugill in the back of the net, and it's called back for a penalty. Terrible goalkeeping. We ended up scoring off of the move. And this is going to be heartbreaking if we can't convert the penalty. Hugill given another chance, and he does sink it. 1-0. Gets the goal regardless. That would have been a real shame if we didn't get it for that. Hugill 1 goal closer to the Golden Boot, and I think he might be level now with Nemecha in first place. Dobson picking up an injury there from Sunderland. We've had a kind of fun matchup against Sunderland the last few seasons. We've usually gotten the better of them, and Hugill again searching for a second, trying to extend our lead here. It would be a really great send-off if we could get a big victory here. Hugill going down in the box again. Another penalty kick, terrible defending, and Hugill looking for a second. Saved by the keeper this time. Well, unfortunately, we do have Noble, who's a much better penalty kick taker, but at this stage of the season, I'm just trying to give Hugill some goals, to be perfectly honest. I think our position in the table is pretty much set, unless we concede, and we do. Sunderland 1-1, and we level once again. flying into challenges here. The game getting a little bit heated in the box, settled, and Tyler Bell coming up huge with his first big save for this team, and hopefully that's the first of many for the young goalkeeper. It's been a good debut from him so far. Hasn't had to do too much, but that was fantastic from him. Hugill again looking on goal. Great save from the goalkeeper. Chance after chance for this team now. Haksabanovic lofting one up. Hugill headed down again. We're doing everything we can to try to give him some goals, servicing from the wings. Lance Alexander now. Great strength. Cutting inside. Oh, still fantastic stuff. Lance Alexander showing why he is also one of the best strikers in the division. Maybe in England if he continues to develop at this rate, scoring so many goals for such a young player, and that is just fantastic to hold off the defender like that. He was doing everything he could to drag him back, but you just can't hold someone like Lance Alexander back like that. 2-1, we do come away with 3 points. Another goal for Hugill, another win for the team, and we march on with the season. 1 game remaining. Can we do this and win at least an individual award here? No promotion or relegation for us this season, but we will build on through next season, and this is a farewell to Brisbane Road. It's been some good times here, but I'm looking to bigger and better things in the future, so we continue to march on. Well, unfortunately, Nemecha has scored again, 28 goals at this point, 1 game remaining in the season. He could go on to crack 30, actually. Hugill now 2 goals off, so it's going to take something special on the final day of the season if he wants any hope at that. Not looking likely. He'd need a hat trick if he wants to pull ahead. But we will give it our all, that's for sure. The team comes first. As always, though, we're asked about the sentiment coming into this game. The players, like we know, had a close call against Sunderland recently, but we're also basking in great form, as this reporter says. I don't know exactly how many wins, or undefeated matches at least, we've had, but it seems like it's been a while since we've lost, to be perfectly honest. It's been a really positive second half to the season here, and I think this is really good signs for the season to come, and we'll definitely push hard for promotion next season. Taking a look at the assists here, Cullen very high up. He's not one that I think of too much in terms of playmaking or goal scoring, but he does have a pretty decent record for both. A really, really solid central midfielder. He can kind of do everything. Whitaker back into the starting 11 for his final match before retirement. He definitely deserves the send-off. Cabrera's going to start as well. I want to get him as many minutes as possible. So we give some more minutes to youth, we push on, and it's our final game of the season against Preston, and let's get to the game. Oh, what a huge moment for this club. Our number 2, Stephen Whitaker, is retiring. It's a farewell. Maybe not a club legend, but he has served us really well over these past 3 seasons. 38 years of age and still a really, really reliable defender. A 7.1 rating, 119 appearances over these past 3 seasons. He's been a mainstay in our back line. A little less so this season, but definitely shows why he's still quality. But we do have to get the win in front of us regardless tonight. Nathan Holland laying it off for Hugill, who's still chasing the golden boot. Gets a very early goal. Fantastic stuff from our striker time and time again. I'm running out of great things to say about this guy. He scores all kinds of goals. Beautiful ones, scrappy ones like that. But he does always find the back of the net. Chance coming in from Preston, trying to draw level here. Can't do so. We still maintain our 1-goal lead. But they have some very incisive passing coming in behind. Whitaker unable to close down. Shot comes to Button, but he makes easy work of that. Holland again, dancing around his defender. He also makes it look easy. Such a fantastic winger, Nathan Holland. One of the best in the country, developing for sure. Tries to lay it off again, desperately searching for Hugill here. We're trying to give him service. The whole team wants him to score here, but unfortunately can't grab a second. Depending on what happens in the Middlesbrough game, he could go on with 1 more goal to at least draw level for the Golden Boot. But obviously if Nemecha scores, he will at least need a 3rd to level things up. Lance Alexander through again, selfless for Hugill, who does finish. Great stuff in behind once again, both strikers running onto it, and we are terrorizing this Preston North End back line. They just don't have the pace to keep up. Fantastic stuff again. 2 goals. Could this be Jordan Hugill's chance to go through and win another award? Haksabanovic cutting through their defense and roofs it into the top of the net. Fantastic strike. 3-0 before halftime. We are running rampant in our final game of the season here. Hugill laying it off for Alexander. Is he just on sides? Yes, through for Hugill. Oh, searching for a hat trick, and it just barely did not come off for him. He is giving it his all, though, Jordan Hugill, and showing why he's one of the classiest players in the division. Haksabanovic chesting down. Hugill lays it off. Marcus Brown in the box, cutting inside. What can he do here? He's got a few options. Goes at it himself, off the post. No. It was a chance for a 4th. Could not convert. Marcus Brown giving it his all as always. But an amazing save. Point blank effort with the hands. I don't know how much he knew of that, but he did keep it out of the back of the net. Ed Green coming on for a few minutes here at the end of the season. About 20 minutes left to play. Can he impact the game now? Green cutting inside on his strong left foot, lays it off. Hugill with a chance, dancing inside. Can he finish? No, again saved by the keeper. And he's chasing a hat trick now, Hugill. One more goal would hopefully either put him in front or level at the top of the goal scoring table for this season. Cutting it back again. Haksabanovic again. Oh, just wide of the post. He's having a fantastic game as well, getting involved all over the pitch. Man trying to get in behind. Whitaker not going to let that happen on his final game. He's had another really solid performance here. Not sure exactly what the future holds for our back line with him retiring. We definitely need some reinforcements. Hugill through on goal, holding off his man. Can he convert? Jordan Hugill, yes! It's been an outstanding game from the striker again. I did not realistically think he was going to pull off a hat trick here, but he does. Obviously, it's still going to be dependent on what happens in some of these other matches, but really, really good signs for our striker. Can he pull this off? Time coming to an end now. Preston trying to get one goal, maybe before the end of the game. Whitaker falls for the dummy. Oh, and the shot in the back of the net. We lose our clean sheet, and unfortunately, that's a pretty good strike at the end there. Everyone trying to close it down. But we do come away with a win and take the positives out of this one. 4-1. That is a big statement by this team, looking forwards to next season. So it's farewell to Whitaker, a fantastic hat trick from Hugill, and plenty of young talent coming through the ranks. A lot to look forward to for this team. But for now, it's been a great season. Alright, well the season's over, guys. Our Season 3 goals. We avoided relegation. We purchased the London Stadium. We came within 0.1 of our target of 69 overall. I'm going to go ahead and consider that a victory, even though it isn't quite on paper. We came really close, and I think it was in the spirit of what we wanted to accomplish and grow this year. So taking a look at the final EFL Championship table for the season, it's Fulham and Swansea going up. We'll have to see who goes through in the playoffs this season. We actually finished within 2 points of a playoff spot. Oh, that was so close. If we had a stronger start to the early parts of the season, we probably could have gone through, but not too concerned about it. I thought we'd be battling relegation, so we build towards next season. I think we'll be favorites to at least push for promotion. I'm not sure exactly what'll happen. Taking a look at the bottom of the table, it's Sunderland, Ipswich, Portsmouth to go down. Sunderland and Portsmouth, we had 2 good results against them. Unfortunately, I think we could have been the nail in Sunderland's coffin, which is a shame to see. So they'll be going back down to League One for next season. Jordan Hugill pulls it off, guys. 29 goals. He's tied on goals with Nemecha, so they will be sharing the award this season. But now it's time for our own personal club awards. And let's take a look here. Player of the season, you guessed it, Jordan Hugill. 7.7 average rating for the season, one of our highest rated players, plenty of goals, several assists, and he was the main man through our attack for most of the season. We saw how much it mattered when he was absent through injury. Also, most appearances going to Jordan Hugill as well. Like I said, probably our most valuable player through the season. And he was always starting when fit. Also, Golden Boot going to Jordan Hugill. He is absolutely cleaning up the awards this time around. 31 goals. How great was he all season long? Finally, a change of pace. It's Lance Alexander, most assists. He came up with 12 this season, underrated for his playmaking abilities, also scored 15. He's our second top scorer, one of the most valuable players in the squad again. Not quite at Hugill's level, but at 20 years of age, the sky is the limit for this young striker. He also wins the Young Player of the Season, by kind of a landslide as well. Next up is the most improved, and this one goes to Alejandro Cabrera, another great youth player. He went up by 14 overall, mostly because we switched him to a defensive mid, so it's a little more down to just the in-game overall rating system, but I think in a more general sense, coming back into this team and playing so well towards the tail end of the season after being out on loan really wins that award for him. And finally, goal of the season goes to Nathan Holland for this strike against Barnsley. He did it all himself, didn't need any help. Absolutely murders his man twice in a row with great pieces of skill and sinks it into the top corner. You won't get many goals better than that from any players anywhere in the world. Outstanding stuff, and hopefully a sign of things to come for our winger. If he can improve his end product a little bit, he will be a true world-class talent. He's so good on the ball already, and I think he's going to be a key player to bringing us up to the Premier League over the next few seasons, one we want to keep a hold of for sure. So in terms of this little competition between Haaland and Marcus Brown to see who is the more productive winger, just because they're the same age, general overall, things like that, Haaland does come out on top this season. 3 goals, 6 assists. Marcus Brown with 1 goal, 2 assists. Neither outstanding in terms of production, both great players, so talented on the ball. And obviously we'll want to see what both of them have going forwards. Thank you guys so much for bringing to my attention that the youth boots over the past season have been resetting. I think I had them at the beginning of the season, but I'm going to go back in and make sure everybody looks good going into next season, so that should all be fixed. Let me know in the comments again if that gets out of order. Taking a look at the Premier League here, Derby County with a terrible season, 1 win all year long. They're coming down along with Crystal Palace and Sheffield United. Hull City level on points with Sheffield, but just staying afloat, so we won't see them here in the championship next season. They stay alive for another year. Taking a look at their lineup for those who were interested coming from the Hull City career, they have sold off Jared Bowen, which is unfortunate. Koryoso, who we left off with late in that career, growing tons, only 21 years of age. Yuya Kubo coming towards the end of his career, 30 years of age, still a great striker though. Cameron Allen, a real world-class talent. Look at these stats. They are absolutely outrageous. 22 years old and quickly becoming one of the world's most promising central midfielders. Tatsuya Ito and Masaya Okugawa, still great players for Hull City. The backline looks relatively untouched. They made a few signings. Still look to be very good back there. A few more goalkeepers as well. And between the 4 of them, I'm not sure who's starting anymore, but I guess we'll find out next time we play them. Taking a look at League One, who's coming up, and it'll be Millwall, Rotherham, and Bristol Rovers back into this league, so we'll be taking them on next season. And now on to more important things. Our first signing for Season 4. I'm looking at a few players here available on pre-contract. And other targets that we might be looking for next season. Nemecha, the other top goal scorer in the league, might be a little ridiculous for us to go ahead and pull the trigger on that. We could sign him on a pre-contract. He's not happy at Middlesbrough apparently, but he's just not going to fit into this team with Alexander and Hugill up top. We'll keep an eye on him for the future, but there's just no room for him at the moment, unfortunately. Ben Davis, also one that I'm targeting. Looking around though, there's a bunch of players available on pre-contract here. I think a center back is probably where we need it the most, with Whitaker moving on. A couple that I'm looking at here. Winston Reed, obviously a former West Ham player. He's getting a little older. It could be a realistic signing for us. He's not available on pre-contract though. So we'll have to look for him next season. Aaron Cresswell, another one. But I think the pick of this list here is Reagan Poole from Milton Keynes Dons. He's up to 69 overall now, still playing in League One, so he'll be happy to move up a division at least, and especially with prospects of getting to the Premier League soon. Still a good amount of potential on him. He wants an important role. I'll go ahead and give it to him. He'll be coming on a free transfer. He doesn't want much for wages, so we'll take him on board. He's one that I've been looking at anyways over the last few seasons. He's been on the transfer list for a little while, and now that he's available on a free, why not? We bring him on board. Our first signing for Season 4. It's a player with tons of potential and who can definitely bolster our back line. Looking at players who are moving on this season, Matty Folds is going to end his loan. He didn't have much of an impact, so I'm not going to worry about it. In terms of a permanent transfer, Whitaker obviously retiring, and then we got several players next season who will have to try to sign longer. Unfortunately, Hugill coming towards the end of his contract. We'll definitely want to keep him on board for as long as possible. Alright, but we're coming towards the end of the season here, and Archie Hall is finally back from loan, one of the fan favorites. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do with him moving forwards. He's up to 65 overall now after that loan. Hopefully his potential went up as well. I'll check after this, and I'll put it in the squad file for you guys to check out as well. And tons of huge news coming for Season 4. You guys voted on what we should do with the investment next season. So I'll be tallying those in the off-season here, and you guys will see for Season 4, Episode 1, what happens with that. And I think it's a very bright future for this team as we march back to the Premier League. So I'll be back very soon, hopefully next week with the start of Season 4. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.